Hello and welcome to our channel Lux Mindset, where we bring videos on self-development and success. So let's dive right in. Albert Einstein considered the rule of 72 to be a more valuable discovery than his theory of relativity. This rule was initially mentioned by Luca Paoli, often considered as the father of accounting. He describes the significance of this rule in his 1494 book, Summary of Arithmetic, Geometry, Proportions, and Proportionality. Everybody's desire is to be able to quadruple their money in a matter of years. How many times have you hoped on a falling star that you'd wake up the next day with 6 figures in your bank account? I'm here to inform you that it is feasible. It is not a dream. In today's practical knowledge video, I'll discuss the rule of 72. Stay tuned and be prepared to learn. The first rule is the rule of 72. The 72 rule is used when defining financial goals, analyzing economic trends, planning for financial goals, appraising investments, and assisting you with debt. It works by calculating how long it will take for an investment to double while paying a fixed interest rate. Here's how to figure things out. Take 72 and divide it by the expected rate of return. For example, if you want to earn 5% interest, divide 72 by 5, which equals 14.4. This is how long in years it will take you to double your money. This rule has numerous advantages. For example, you can quickly and easily determine whether you're keeping up with the trends. You can also verify that you are on the proper track when it comes to your financial selections. It can also be used to calculate inflation because it shows how many years it will take for the initial sum's value to be cut in half rather than doubled. Having said that, there are certain drawbacks to applying this rule. For example, it can only be used on assets that calculate compound interest on an annual basis. This rule also has some accuracy issues because it cannot calculate rates less than and more than 6% and 10%, respectively. Nonetheless, don't allow these negatives to keep you from applying the rule of 72. Contact a financial professional who can properly explain this guideline and guide you appropriately. Compound interest is number 2. As previously established, the rule of 72 only applies to compound interest. You have the secret recipe to financial success when you comprehend the rule and the power of compound interest. After we've gone over the rule, let's speak about compound interest. The best part is that the longer your money is invested, the higher your earnings will be. In other words, the interest generated on your first capital is added to your initial investment, and the cycle continues indefinitely. Simply said, put your money into it and then forget about it. Now, if you want to know how long it will take to double your existing funds, apply the 72 rule. Divide your interest rate by 72, assuming it is 6%. 72 divided by 6 equals 12. This is the amount of time in years it will take you to double your money. In terms of compound interest, look for one with a high interest rate, because the higher the interest rate, the sooner you'll have your money doubled. Make contact with a financial advisor. Ask for the best compound interest rate and apply the rule of 72 to discover how rapidly your bank balance can grow. Investments are number 3. At some point in your life, the rule of 72 can also be utilized to examine your investments. We all want to make investments, and this guideline might help you determine how long it will take for your money to double. As a result, if you're thinking about investing, the rule of 72 might help you figure out how long it will take to get a 100% return on your investment. The rule of 72 will help you regardless of the type of investment you make, as long as you also employ the concept of compound interest. To help us better comprehend this rule, consider the following possibilities. The first investment is a savings deposit with a 1% yearly rate of return. Number 2. Government bonds with a 5% annual rate of return. Number 3. Mutual funds with an annual rate of return of 8%. Number 4. Stocks with a 12% yearly return. Now, using the rule of 72, calculate how long it will take you to see a return on these investments. Fill in the blanks with your responses and tell me what pattern you observe in the comments below. The fourth factor is the rate of inflation. You may have heard on the news that there is currently inflation. But what exactly does this mean? An inflation rate is the rate at which prices tend to rise during a given time period. Inflation affects items such as household products and services. For example, simply put, it costs more to buy the same thing you did last year at this time. The 72-hour rule tells us how long it will take to conquer inflation. If, by performing the math, inflation averages 3% year after year, we will notice that the price will more than double in the next 24 years. However, if the present inflation rate remains at 6.8%, 72 divided by 6.8 equals 10.6. As a result, prices will skyrocket in just 10 years. Using the rule, you can plan ahead of time to keep ahead of inflation and avoid being beaten down by it. The fifth point is to save money. This rule has many benefits, including the ability to forecast when your savings will double. What is the first location that comes to mind when it comes to storing your savings? Is it safe to leave your savings at home? This is just too dangerous and easy to lose over the years. Is it traded on the stock exchange? This offers a better possibility of increasing your money, but it also has a bigger danger of losing money. Perhaps it's time to create a savings account at your local bank. If you're lucky, you could earn 1% interest on your savings account. To be honest, this is usually the low-hanging fruit. Creating a goal to save is an excellent idea, as is creating a budget to save. However, you should also know how long it will take to double your investment. So, using the rule 72 divided by the rate of return equals time for the investment to double, let's look at a few cases. Assume you have $1,000 in the bank that you want to save. Let's assume you will also earn a 1% interest rate each year. So 72 times 1% equals 72 years. That means that if you invest $1,000 today, you can expect to have $2,000 in 72 years. But I doubt you'll be around in 72 years to make a $1,000 profit. There are numerous investment programs available that guarantee a minimum annual interest rate of 4% to 7%. You simply need to conduct some research and meet with a financial counselor who will show you how to access these higher rates of interest. So, let's go back to the prior case. You keep the $1,000, but you place it into a savings program, such as an index with a 5% annual return rate guarantee. Therefore, 72 divided by 5 equals 14.5 years. So instead of 72 years, it will only take you 15 years to double your investment with whatever amount you put in. And it will be safe. 5% is only one example. Rates that are more realistic can be higher. Overall, the rule of 72 is a helpful mathematical computation that may be used to identify a variety of items. Out of all the things you may use this rule on, this can imply determining how long you'll have to wait for your savings to grow, or how much money you'll have to make to keep ahead of inflation rates. The one thing we always learn is to be patient. Begin your journey to financial freedom today, so you don't have to wait too long. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel Lux Mindset, and don't forget to hit the bell icon.